XRP, XLM, XCN, XDC, XTZ, XCH, and XYO. This video, we're going to cover the macro picture on all 7 of those coins. So if you're new here, subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated in real time when we release these market updates, newsletters, and these deep dives. Also, leave a like and a comment. Tell me what coin you would like me to cover next for this week. As you can see, we have a bunch of coins up here that we're going to cover as part of like a macro look, a series this week. So we're going to cover the X's on Monday. We're going to cover Flare, Songbird, Avalanche, Gala, Filecoin, HBAR, Algorand, Energy Web Token, IOTA, Quant, CeeLo, VeChain, Theta, Floki, and if there's any other crypto you would like me to add on to this list for this week, as far as deep macro technical analysis and kind of predictions, then leave that comment. Diving off into it, XRP 3-week chart at first. And as a reminder, remember, the vertical green line is your prepare to buy soon signal. Your vertical blue line is your buy now. Your vertical red line is your prepare to sell soon. And your vertical yellow line is your sell now signal. So just 4 things we need to watch for. So for that, I'm looking right now and you can even see it yourself. We got the vertical green prepare to buy soon signal. And I'm zoomed all the way out. We're looking at it from a macro scope, and we are seeing that this is the first time in all of XRP's price history that it has flashed a 3-week prepare to buy soon. And as you can look here, and if we're going the inverse look at it, the prepare to sell soon had hit every big macro top for XRP, and there's only been 3 times that this has flashed in all of XRP's history. And it's flashed this was when XRP hit its bull market top back in 2021, back in 2017 when it hit its top here. Then right here in May 2017, after kind of going sideways for 5 months, it hit its top here. So the 3-week chart going out, zooming out, and looking at it with the Stargate signals really nails it to a T. And even this prepare to buy soon hit it while it was at 32 cents. Currently, we're sitting at 41 cents. So these signals are huge signals, and they're very important to listen to when they flash. So right now, when I see a 3-week prepare to buy soon, I know here that, hey, we're closer to a bottom than we are a top, that's for sure. And now we can kind of get a deeper look into when this buy now signal may flash and what would need to happen for that to pan out. This candle, the 3-week chart, closes in 7 days and 22 hours currently as I'm recording this. So these next 7 days, so by February 11th, it's going to be very crucial where this candle closes. And then the following 3-week candle, which will put us out into the end of February, early March, is going to tell the whole story for the next few months after, that's for sure, until summer. So interesting times ahead. If you like what you're hearing, leave a comment, let me know. And I will also let me know what coin you would like me to cover and do this on going forward. So let's dive in and look at these bottom indicators, because these bottom indicators, I like to say are momentum indicators, because when we see the momentum or these indicators cross up and start heading up like this, the momentum is going to the upside, meaning price is going to follow that. Think about right here where we saw the momentum went up and so did price, right? So when we see the momentum start to curl down, we see price start to curl down. So what we're looking for is all these momentum indicators to be crossing up and showing momentum to the upside all at the same time. And that's the key. The holy grail is when you see these momentum indicators match up all at the same time, moving up in the direction you want it to go or down in the direction you want it to go if it's flashing a sell signal. And what we see currently is the stock RSI is crossed up. It's headed vertical, getting ready to go through this middle line here. We see that the MACD is curling in here, very, very close. And this following candle that could come here could flip to green. And the last time we flipped green was right here in June of 2020, right before going on our big bull market run. Here, when we flipped to red, that's when we started our bear market run. And then when we were flipped to red here, bear market, big bear market, and we didn't flip from red to green until I just showed you right here in May. So these higher time frame charts are so crucial as far as the macro direction trend. And sometimes you just need to pan out or zoom out when you're in doubt to get a better look, so you can relax and chill and know, hey, once these things pan out, we know the direction. And sometimes it's better to zoom out and look at it at that point, because then you can start to know when to get really excited and optimistic if you see these things happen and start crossing up all at the same time, or start to get more cautious when you see them crossing down. So it really puts us ahead of the game as far as the macro direction and the macro changes in the market. I'm going to put this trend line from this top back in March of 2021 down here. And then I'm going to put this support line like this from May of 2022, just like that. And as you can see, we're having and getting close to like this convergence here. And whenever you see like trend lines meeting and us kind of coil up into it, then all of a sudden a big move happens. And that's what gives us that fire, that juice to have an explosive move. And right now we're coiling up and we're close to the pressing up to the top of this. So this is what we're going to watch. As you can see, we had some big resistance here. Like at this point, yep. Because look at the bodies of the candles. We came down, we held the body right there. Then we broke below. We had resistance right there. Resistance, resistance. We got above. Then we broke below. Resistance, resistance. And then on this candle, about 21 days ago, this candle breached that level. It breached and got above. And with this candle that we're currently in, we actually came down to retest it as support so far. So in 7 days and 22 hours, if we're above that level, we're confirming a breakout. And that's a very exciting sign. If we're looking about the short term during this bigger term move, I would like to see from this high down to this low, if we stretch it out, a break above 49 cents would get us above this Fibonacci retracement, the 786. And then even like I would say 46.5 cents right here would break us above that trend line. So the 46 to 49 cent level is a key level for us to break above like that, come back down, maybe hold as support, maybe go sideways for a little bit. And then we'll know, hey, if we're looking at these indicators that are crossing up, TSI, MACD crosses, we'll get the buy now signal. Once basically the stock RSI has already crossed up, so we have check number 1. Now we're just waiting for this TSI to cross, and that's our check number 2. And then that's when we get our vertical blue buy now signal. Then the MACD will cross as well. So these next 7 days will give us a better clue as far as front running and saying, hey, XRP is ready to blow up like a volcano. And then the following 3 weeks after that will really solidify that direction or that scenario being the case. And matching the Stargate signals and these momentum indicators with like external events and catalysts that could happen, definitely it's the time to get optimistic and the time to get excited, because in February to March, we have a lot of things and announcements and kind of pilots ending and potential SEC XRP resolutions and so many things lining up that could just be surprisingly or unexpectedly announced that would coincide with all these things that are happening right now taking place. And that's why I'm saying you can get excited now and optimistic, because we already have check number 1, which is the prepare to buy soon. We already got check number 2, the cross up there. All we're waiting for is the MACD cross and the TSI cross. And I'd say if we get above 44 cents and hold there by the end of this month, we'll 100% get the vertical blue buy now signal. And likely, if we're going to see an explosive move up to around 80 cents, there's going to be a catalyst or an event tied with that. So I'd be on the radar for 3 to 4 weeks now, a huge catalyst to take place or a narrative switch, and then these things crossing up and XRP going on its full out run. So that's what I'm looking at for XRP. 3-week chart. Once we get that buy now signal, we know it's on. And then if I even go to like 2-week chart, we can get more confirmation. We can see we already flashed a buy now, but usually if we look to the past and we say, hey, when's the last time we flashed a buy now? That was right here before we went on our COVID crash. Just like right here, we flashed our buy now before going on our FTX crash right here. So things are lining up as far as we already hit our bear market bottom, and we're just kind of ranging here until we hit this, maybe this pinnacle, maybe a little bit before, and then we have an explosive move up. Match with any catalyst could be more explosive than other coins, depending on if there's an XRP specific news event or catalyst to kind of put more fuel on that fire. But things are looking good because we see that the stock RSI is already crossed up here, the MACD and the TSI. This candle closes at the same time that the 3-week candle closes. So if we can just push up a little more here, that's what's going to get the 3-week buy now signal to flash, and we're going to be well on our way. And you can even see that we came down, like we have this 200 moving average here, this yellow line where we flirted with, and that kind of coincides with that horizontal line we've been tracking. And that horizontal line that we had said resistance support is a good zone. We broke above it on this last previous candle, and we came down and tested it with a wick. And right now we're above, and we have the median line of the void lines right there as well too, which is a great sign because that served as a rejection level when we broke down into our bear market rejection back here in September, October, when we went up to 55 cents, rejection. We just broke above that level, came back down, tested as support. So there's a lot of things lining up for us to have an explosive move for XRP. Now let's go to XLM. But before I go into XLM, if you like what you're hearing, if you want to see more of this and you like these kind of updates, hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know. Let me know you're enjoying this and I'll do more of it. And subscribe, hit the notification bell because we're going to be releasing a whole bunch of coin videos doing this exact same thing all this week.